Camera 2.
Good Monday morning, Oswego, and welcome to Top in the Morning. Thanks for waking up with us. Today is February 24th, 2014. I'm Megan Roberts. Coming up this morning, an Onondaga man made a federal plea agreement after luring what he thought was a 14-year-old girl to have sex with him. Also, bridge inspections are going to cause major lane closures on the I-81, and the weather is going to be pretty nasty over the next 24 hours. We'll have a more in-depth look at your top stories coming up, but first, a quick check of that nasty weather outside with meteorologist Jack Teber. Good morning, Jack.
Hey, thanks, Megan. Boy, what a nasty commute coming into Oswego this morning. I drive in from Syracuse. Take a look at this photo. Now, just so you know, I did not take this picture. My girlfriend took it for me, so I'm not, encouraging texting and driving and taking pictures or anything like that. But I mean, take a look at this. It's still winter. We're still dealing with it after a beautiful weekend we had. It was nice and warm. It almost felt like spring in a way. So you're waking up to some snow this morning. Now let's take a look at the regional radar. You can see this lake effect snow band coming off of Lake Ontario that's basically blanketing all of Oswego County. Now this band is going to be shifting south a little bit as we get into this afternoon, but as we end the day, it's going to be heading back north again. So we're going to be seeing snow throughout the entire day, and it's also going to be pretty windy, so blowing snow is going to be a concern as you head out onto the roads. There is lake effect snow warning in effect until 1 o'clock tomorrow. As I said, it's going to be a windy day. Blowing snow is going to be a concern. We'll be seeing accumulations of 5 to 8 inches for this lake effect snow band that we're dealing with. Day planner today, 21 to start out. Snow, snow, and more snow. Windy day, 23 by noon. Officially 24 degrees for the high. Your 3-day forecast, that snow is going to be continuing right up until Wednesday. Take a look at Wednesday, 18 degrees for the high, and possible another weather system as we head into midweek. We'll take a look at your extended 5-day forecast coming up in about 10 minutes. Megan?
Thanks, Jack. An Onondaga man is in federal court after pleading guilty to trying to lure what he thought was a 14-year-old girl into having sex with him. However, in reality, he was texting an undercover officer with the Syracuse Police Department. Thomas Bell admits that he used the promise of marijuana, candy, alcohol, clothing, and money to get a 14-year-old girl to have sex with him. Bell reportedly sent a series of sexually explicit text messages to the officer pretending to be a girl. A Syracuse firefighter who admitted he distributed child pornography is expected to receive a 7-year sentence today. 51-year-old Mark Ray pled guilty to promoting the sexual performance of a child. His agreement with prosecutors will get Ray the toughest penalty under state law, but will prevent him from further federal child porn charges. Ray retired a week before his arrest last summer following a 3-month investigation. A Liverpool man convicted in November of 2013 of raping a woman in Oswego County has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Joseph Stavanovich was accused of grabbing the victim around 10:30 p.m. on July 30th, 2005, while she was out looking for her lost dog in the village of Phoenix. Oswego County District Attorney Gregory Oakes said Stavanovich dragged the woman into the woods nearby and raped her. At the time of the rape, Stavanovich had been out on bail for previous sex crime charges. Well, you are going to want to give yourself more time this week if you are traveling on the I-81. Bridge inspections on the interstate will force lane and ramp closures. According to the Department of Transportation, the closures will affect local interstates and some streets in the city of Syracuse and Onondaga County. The closure times are scheduled for off-peak hours. A building on SUNY Oswego's campus will be getting some touching up this summer. Waterbury Dorm will be closing in May for renovations to start over the summer break. WTOP's Adam Cesarini spoke with the residents at Waterbury to find out their reactions to the renovations.
I'm here at Waterbury Hall where there will be a renovation done in spring 2015. I asked some students and residents of Waterbury Hall to see what their reaction would be about the closing that will happen.
I was pretty upset. I cried a little. It was hard because at first you realize you're not gonna, the building's just gonna be different, and then you realize you're not gonna be working on the staff and you're not gonna be with these people, this family, and that hurt. It was sad.
Actually, I was very excited. I was like, okay, this building is really old. They're gonna renovate it. They'll make it look like Riggs. So I was actually happy that we were gonna actually, be up there, be upgraded with everybody else.
I was interested to find out what the residents of Waterbury Hall were looking forward to with the new renovation.
One thing that stood out to me was they were talking about making individual bathrooms for the residents. So there'd be 8 bathrooms where the bathrooms stand now, and they'd be individual with a sink, a toilet, and a shower.
Probably the connection to the dining hall, because it gets really cold during Oswego, and the wind is not too fun when you're trying to go to breakfast in the morning.
On top of that, I also wanted to find out what they didn't want to see happen to the hall, and there seemed to be a common theme with the answers.
I hope with the change in the new building, I hope the atmosphere doesn't leave.
When they renovate the building, I'm hoping that it doesn't take away from the atmosphere that's here right now.
I hope they keep the small, like, homely atmosphere.
I'm hoping that like the community here stays the same, because that's probably one of the most important things about Waterbury. I think that's what makes it what it is.
When asked when the renovation will be finished, they insisted that it will be done by fall 2015, and residents will be allowed to move back in the building if they choose. I'm Adam Cesarini reporting from Waterbury Hall. This is WTOP 10 News.
Thank you, Adam. When we come back, our very own Jack Tieber with your full look at this nasty weather outside, and Kara Vormwald with what's happening in Oz. Stay with us.
Before the show, me and the guys, we like to loosen up a little bit. Blue, 42, hike! Every now and then, Dan likes to take it a little too far. But hey, the show's all about competition, so we'll take it.
Stupid Dan with stupid football and stupid running.
Every year, mothers lose their babies to gun crimes. You'll always be your mother's baby. So before you commit a gun crime, think about who you'll leave behind. Gun crimes hit home.
The SUNY Oswego MBA program, ranked 14th in the United States according to U.S. News and World Report. 5-year MBA programs are available for public accounting, broadcasting, and psychology. MBAs are also available for management, health services, administration, and public accounting. Classes available full or part-time on campus, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available at oswego.edu/MBA or by calling 315-312-2911.
You believe this guy?
Are you trying to start a wildfire?
Sorry.
Pass the honey?
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Good Monday morning and welcome back. I am here with our very hardworking meteorologist, Jack Tieber, who is following this nasty snow that just wants to come back. We had such a beautiful weekend and the snow couldn't stay away.
I know, it was gorgeous out there this weekend. I wanted to go out and go for a run and go hiking, all kinds of stuff. We even had some sunshine yesterday, but a lot of people are waking up this morning going, huh? Winter's still
I know, are we
here?
back in January?
You know, so I want to show you this picture. Let's throw this up on the screen. I took this on my way coming up I-481 just past Fulton. Yeah, not a fun time driving through this stuff. As by this point, we should be all used to it, but still, doesn't make it any easier having to drive through this stuff day in and day out, especially if you're a commuter like me. So that's going to be the main story for today is snow and high winds. We're going to be seeing wind gusts of upwards of into the like about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So you're going to want to be careful as you're headed out to class and also as you're driving. Now let's take a look at the regional radar. You can see this lake effect snow band coming off of Lake Ontario. Now it kind of looks like a snake in a way because this band is shifting to the south and shifting to the north. It doesn't really know what it wants to do. So for now, that band has started to shift south into the northern Syracuse metro area, and by this afternoon it's going to start to move back north into Oswego before it tapers off this evening. So that's going to be what we're going to be dealing with later on today. There's a lake effect snow warning in effect till 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And as I said, it's going to be a windy day with blowing snow. We'll get about 5 to 8 inches of accumulation today, and overnight we're even going to get some more snow. Now, what's causing all of this? We have blasts of Arctic air coming down from Canada that's going over the lakes, which, you know, Lake Ontario doesn't really freeze. So that still sets us up for that lake effect snow that we're seeing for today. Now, your class day forecast, official high today, 24. So we're going to be seeing it holding steady in the low 20s throughout all day with that snow as it moves on. So you're going to want to bundle up and maybe wear a couple of layers and a hat as you're headed out to class this morning. It's Timecast putting it into motion. Again, snow persisting all day. You can't really see it on this map that much, but those heavier bands, as I mentioned this afternoon, right around lunchtime and a little bit after, it'll start to move into the northern Syracuse metro before coming back into the Oswego area at right around 4 o'clock. And the 5 o'clock commute home this afternoon. So again, today, lake effect snow warning in effect, 5 to 8 inches for today. Windy, tough travel conditions as you're headed out. So be careful out there on the roads. 24 for your official high. Look at those winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Tonight, that snow is going to continue, another 3 to 6 inches overnight. Just can't, sorry for the bad news if you're just sick of snow at this point with a low of 15. Now, midweek, this cold snap is going to persist. Look at that jet stream. Look at how far south it is, and that's going to stick around. This low pressure system here is going to start to come over the Great Lakes by Wednesday, and that actually could be seeing more problems for the like the New York City coastal areas. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that and seeing if it's going to have any impact in the Oswego area as we get into midweek. So make sure you stay with us. By Wednesday, 18 degrees for the high with a low of 6. But Thursday and Friday looks pretty nice, 17 for the high both days. And we'll be starting to see a light up on the snow just a little bit. Remember, you can find us online, Twitter, and Facebook, and send us your weather pictures anytime, meteorology at WTOP10.com.
Okay, thanks, Jack. It's just about 8:42. If immigration reform isn't making headway in Washington, D.C., it is here in New York. In a press conference, Governor Andrew Cuomo said that he will sign the New York DREAM Act if it passes the legislature. The DREAM Act would allow state aid to cover college tuition for the children of illegal immigrants. Several legislators said Cuomo and his aides have held 4 meetings with a group of Hispanic and Black lawmakers to discuss how big a priority the DREAM Act is for the state. While the Assembly intends to pass the measure again this week, the big question is whether there are enough votes in the Senate. 1 person is dead and dozens more recovering after a carbon monoxide leak at a New York restaurant. This is one of 2 other recent incidents where people were killed or hospitalized after exposure to the deadly gas. Alexander Field has the details.
This morning, clues in the deadly carbon monoxide accident at a busy New York mall. Stephen Nelson found unconscious in the basement of the legal seafoods he managed. The 55-year-old pronounced dead at a hospital. 27 other people, 7 of them first responders, sent to hospitals with symptoms of carbon monoxide exposure.
This is news you don't expect to hear. It's almost, unexpectedly losing, a loved one.
The restaurant didn't have a carbon monoxide detector. Huntington Town officials say New York State Fire Code doesn't require them in restaurants.
We always assume something's in place. But the reality is there isn't anything in place. And, this is a sort of a sad wake-up call for everyone.
Officials say the deadly gas spread through the restaurant's basement because of a leak in the flue pipe of a water heater. Sunday, 7 people in Maine were also taken to area hospitals complaining of nausea, headaches, and dizziness at their motel. Responders there found high levels of carbon monoxide. Earlier this month, another water heater leak at a hotel in Maryland sent 9 people to the hospital. And last year, 3 people died in the same room at a North Carolina hotel almost 2 months apart. Fire officials traced the carbon monoxide to ventilation pipes for a pool heater that was placed near an air conditioning unit for their room. The gas is odorless, colorless, and tasteless. You won't know there's a leak without a working carbon monoxide detector.
If it's severe enough, they will actually pass out go into a coma and die.
Risk of exposure goes up when the temperature goes down. In commercial spaces, the problem typically starts in a basement or a ground floor where heating equipment is often kept. Danger follows when it isn't properly ventilated.
If you hold a match right by the flue, you'll see the flame go up. If it starts blowing out towards you, well, there's something wrong.
Now, Kara Vormold will join us this morning to fill us in on what's going on in Oswego with what's happening in Oz. Good morning, Kara.
Good morning, Megan. Well, the acting company will be visiting SUNY Oswego to perform Hamlet and Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead. Rarely have the same actors perform both plays on the same stage, so this will make both plays a must-see for lovers of the theater. The New York City Theater Group has received a Tony Award for excellence in the theater. Both plays will take place in Waterman Theater, located in Tyler Hall. Tickets for the plays will be $18 for the public and $5 for students. Each will include parking in front of Culkin or in the adjacent lot. If you would like to purchase a ticket combination to both, they will be $25. Hamlet will be shown on Wednesday, February 26th at 7:30 p.m. and Rosencrantz will be shown on Thursday, February 27th at 7:30 p.m. If you have any other questions, please call the Tyler Hall box office at 312-2141. SUNY Oswego's Tyler Hall will be undergoing a $22.2 million renovation. The renovation will begin this summer and will welcome back campus and community about a year and a half later. Tyler Hall will get modern seating, lighting, sound, and multimedia, as well as a 2-story music rehearsal hall, which will also double as a new venue for small performances. During the renovation in the SUNY Oswego Art, Music, Theater departments and the Art Oswego Performing Arts Series will offer exhibitions and performances in alternate campus and community locations. Dean Fritz says he thinks the renovation to Tyler Hall will encourage students who want to study music to come to Oswego. Well, this semester I wanted to give students an inside look at the many opportunities at SUNY Oswego. Every week I will be picking out of this bowl, which will have the 220 clubs and organizations. So whichever club I pick, I will spend time with and learn what it's like to be a part of, and it will also have to offer students. My first segment will air next Monday, March 3rd, and let's see who the club will be. All right, so we have supply chain and operations management, so scope. But right now I'm going to send it back over to Megan. Megan?
Kara, this campus is going to be looking pretty different in the next year or so with renovations to Waterbury and now Tyler Hall, so it's going to be looking like a completely new campus.
Definitely. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for Oswego to reach out to students actually like within the music industry as well as entertainment, because that renovation to Tyler Hall will just be great, and then Waterbury as well will be another appealing thing to students.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a beautiful renovation. Thank you, Kara, for joining me with what's happening in Oz. Coming up after the break, we are going to see what's going on with Justin Bieber. When is there not something going on with Justin Bieber? Stay with us. You're watching Top in the Morning.
And finally, biology. Who among you will step up to their challenge?
Me.
Yeah, I'll do it. Me too. Sign me up.
Take on the tough classes now. need them to prepare for college.
The SUNY Oswego MBA program, ranked 14th in the United States according to U.S. News and World Report. 5-year MBA programs are available for public accounting, broadcasting, and psychology. MBAs are also available for management, health services administration, and public accounting. Classes available full or part-time on campus, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available at oswego.edu/MBA or by calling 315-312-2911.
Good morning, I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Jack Tieber. Time is 8:51. A lot of you waking up this morning going, what? Where'd that snow come from? I mean, it was such a beautiful weekend. So yes, we do have to deal with that today and actually for the rest of the week. But first, let's take a look at the regional radar. You can see a lot of heavy lake effect snow activity coming off of Lake Ontario. Now this band, it's sort of like a snake in a way. It doesn't really want to know, it really doesn't know where it wants to go. It started in Oswego this morning, and by lunchtime, let's say, it's going to start to move south toward the northern Syracuse metro area. But then again, by this afternoon, it's going to start to move back north again. So areas like Fulton, Central Square, Mexico, they're going to be getting hit with areas of pretty heavy lake effect snow over the next few hours. We're still going to be seeing snow here, though, but by this afternoon, by about 4 o'clock, that's when it's going to start to taper off. So we're going to be ending with the heavy blasts of snow coming into this afternoon. Now we have a lake effect snow warning in effect till 1 o'clock tomorrow. It's going to be a windy day. Blowing snow is going to be a concern because we're going to be seeing winds upwards of 20 miles per hour. So when you're heading out to class, make sure you're careful as you're walking because you may hit a few windy gusts. 5 to 8 inches of snow today. Man, I'm ready for spring. I don't know about you. All right. What's causing all this? We got this blast of Arctic air coming down from Canada that's coming over Lake Ontario. Now, Lake Ontario doesn't really freeze that much. You get some areas close to the shore where it freezes a little bit, but for the most part, because it's so deep, it doesn't freeze over. So that's why we're getting more lake effect snow. At ClassCast, we'll be seeing 20s throughout most of the day. Official high 24. It's going to be a windy day, as I mentioned, so be careful out there as you're headed to class. Timecast putting into motion 10 o'clock. You can see that band centered over Oswego County, starting to move a little south as we get towards lunchtime. We're still going to be seeing some snow, so don't count it out. As we head into 4 o'clock this afternoon, that band's going to start to move north again before tapering off this afternoon. So it's going to be a snowy day here in Oswego. Again, that lake effect snow warning in effect, 5 to 8 inches of accumulation, a windy day. And that's going to set us up for also tough travel conditions. So be careful as you're headed down 481. I know this morning I had a tough time getting here on 481. So you want to go slow and don't tailgate people because you never know when you might have to stop suddenly. So 24 for the official high. Tonight that snow continues, 3 to 6 inches, 15 degrees. And we're going to be seeing this week also another low pressure system moving into central New York. Now this could really be setting up problems for the New York coastal region. Not too much here for central New York, but we'll be keeping an eye on it for you as you head into the rest of the week. So make sure you stay with us for more information on that storm. You can see your 5-day forecast here. Snow all the way up until Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We'll still be seeing a chance for some snow. 17 degrees for the high on those days. So this cold snap that we're in is going to be persisting later on into the week. And like I said, it's still winter.
I mean, I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, where did it go? I mean, it was just 40s, which isn't very warm, but it's a lot better than 10, so.
I know, yesterday, it was beautiful yesterday. I wanted to go hiking and, do something, go for a run, and I was thinking, maybe today I'll do it, but no.
Do we see it warming up like that again anytime in the next few weeks?
The long-range models are showing some, but it's not going to be anytime soon.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that warmer weather
up
here. Justin Bieber, of course, Justin Bieber's in the news, reportedly goes house hunting and gets the cold shoulder from possible neighbors. And J-Lo turns up the drama. Christina Muchler has more in today's Hollywood Minute.
An affluent Atlanta neighborhood wants Justin Bieber to keep out. After reports from TMZ that the Biebs was looking for homes in Atlanta, residents of the Buckhead neighborhood organized a protest. They've also started a Facebook page which points to his recent drunken driving charge as evidence that his relocation can be nothing but bad for their community. Representatives for Justin Bieber have not commented. American Idol's Jennifer Lopez is getting back into acting. NBC has ordered 13 episodes of her drama series Shades of Blue. Lopez will play a single mother who's a cop working undercover for the FBI. The show begins production next year. The Lego Movie continues to build momentum at the U.S. box office. The animated blockbuster was #1 for the third weekend in a row, with another $31.5 million in ticket sales. The film features the voices of Chris Pratt, Will Ferrell, and Elizabeth Banks. The action thriller 3 Days to Kill, starring Kevin Costner, grossed an estimated $12.3 million in its opening weekend. And Pompeii rounded out the top 3 with an estimated $10 million in domestic ticket sales. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Christina Muchler.
And when we come back, we'll hear about the success Netflix is having with its customers, and we will have your final look at weather. Stay tuned, you're watching WTOP's Top in the Morning.
This can't be happening. This can't be happening.
Of course it's not happening. Armored car. Listen, having money isn't about luck. Make your own coffee, save $1,000 a year. Feed me.
Feed the pig. The SUNY Oswego MBA program, ranked 14th in the United States according to U.S. News and World Report. 5-year MBA programs are available for public accounting, broadcasting, and psychology. MBAs are also available for management, health services, administration, and public accounting. Classes available full or part-time on campus, online, or at the Metro Center in downtown Syracuse. More information is available at oswego.edu/MBA or by calling 315-312-2911.
So, April.
Yeah?
You know your charger's still using energy when it's plugged into the wall, right?
Yeah, but that's not my charger. I don't even have a cell phone.
Millions of kids are using their energy wisely. What's your excuse?
Good morning and welcome back. Well, you might be waking up this morning and wondering, where did all this snow come from? Let's check out your weather conditions with meteorologist Jack Tieber. Jack?
Yeah, the snow gods just keep wanting to dump it on us. So we've got a lake effect snow warning in effect today going into tomorrow about 1 o'clock. It's going to be a windy day. Blowing snow is going to be a very big concern, especially if you're a commuter. So be careful out there out on the roads. 5 to 8 inches of accumulation for today is what we'll be seeing. Let's take a look at the ClassCast now. Snow all day long, as I mentioned. Going into about the low 20s for today. Officially, the high will be 24 for today, but it's going to be a very windy day, like I said, so just be careful out there. Remember, you can find us online on Twitter, Facebook. We're up there. Follow us and like us, and you can send us your pictures anytime you want, meteorology@WTOP10.com.
And Jack, when I was walking in the studio this morning, I was slipping a little bit. So it's important that if you are walking around campus or anywhere on the sidewalks, be careful of, all the snow that melted is now freezing back over, and the water is just covering the sidewalk. So be careful when you're walking.
Yeah, I actually slipped too. I thought I was going to break my knee, but.
And driving wasn't so bad. A little bit slushy, a little bit slippery, so take your turns safely.
The worst part was in Fulton as I was coming up 481 this morning, and that's where the big problem is going to be later on, as that band starts to shift from south to north. So just be careful if you are going on 481 today.
And speaking of 481, there's going to be a lot of ramp closures along that way because of bridge inspections that are going on Interstate 41, but keep an eye on